Hello, welcome to ZIM Capture number 11. This is a special ZIM Capture because we're going to introduce the new ZIM Fourth site at zimjs.com. Let's take a look. Here's the site, and what we'll do is we'll refresh that and we can watch the logo animate in. And then there's a bunch of bubbles, and you can grab any of those little bubbles and pull, and it goes twang like so, and you can hit the play button and make some abstract art. Ooh, yes, cool. Oh, ooh, yes, I like it. We are creating interactive media pizzazz. And so Zim is the JavaScript framework for HTML Canvas powered by the amazing Create.js. So what I would like to do is introduce the site. If you're new to Zim, then you should take a look at Capture 0. Capture 0 takes you through why we should use Zim and examples and so forth. There's also 10 other captures before this one that deal with all sorts of things that are still relevant. That was with Zim Try, but all of those captures are still very important. The new version of Zim just adds on things and gives us new features. Everything else that we talked about previously still works. So let's take a look at the new site here. Frame, docs, capture, distill, and bits. These are familiar places from before. The docs have changed. Why don't we take a peek at the docs? They still work roughly the same, except now we have a new search. So if I type in the letter C here and hit go, there's Zim copy, here's Zim center reg, Zim center, Zim container. That's new. So obviously I could have typed in the whole word container and gotten directly here to the container. All the entries are completely consistent. They have a title and a description. Every single entry has an example. They have the parameters that are listed, the methods that are used, and even more and more and more. You can also view the code directly. So we press that and you would then close this window here. That's just a sort of a pop-up window that goes over that shows you the code specifically. Now, the container, since we're here, the container is one of the important things that we brought into place. Previously, we had been using a Create.js container. What we've done is we've taken all of the Zim, well, I'll just close this and show you, all of these functions, the Zim create functions such as drag and hit test point and move and animate, all of those functions are now available as methods on all of these build objects, such as the new container, shape, bitmap, etc. I'll talk about those in a sec. The traditional circle, rectangle, triangle, label button, checkbox, all of these things now receive all of these as methods. So for instance, you can make a new circle and then say circle, or like if it's circle equals a new Zim circle, we can then say circle.drag round brackets. Rather than using the function zim.drag circle. Now the functions are still available, but it's shorter to just say circle.drag. So to do that, it was important to bring in as well so that we could extend the Create.js containers, shapes, bitmaps, sprites, and containers. Okay, so we've just pretty well extended the Create.js versions, except now added, as it mentions here, a bunch of methods. So here's the bunch of methods that are added as well, and an example of the usage. So there we are, circle.center and round bracket stage will center on the stage. The old way of doing it was zim.center circle on the stage, like so. Zim Duo works in just the same way, where we can say circle.drag and then apply a configuration object. Okay, so that's very exciting, and there's a blog post about that in the news section that talks about those changes, so you should have a peek there. Here we're going to animate in again. Now let's see, so the captures will have slightly changed. We're moving into a new Zim fourth series of captures, and we'll be adding a capture specifically on those new display methods, so have a look there. ZimBits is now up to, well, we'll show you ZimBits a bit later, but ZimBits are now up to 50 bits, including a bit about these new methods. So we will look down below, not to spoil the surprise, but you'll see that ZimBits relates to the site down below. Here we have an area where it's saying powerful, elegant code. This is introducing you to some of the concepts of the ZIM framework. And here, cool components and hot events. So another example of that. We go, and by the way, the explosion that's happening here is done in ZIM using the physics module that we're just sort of launching as well. We haven't quite launched that, but that's available for you. Here's information about ZIM Duo. So if you haven't done ZIM before as well, you're welcome to just poke through these and take a look at some of the features of ZIM. There's a new ZIM Zip, and the ZIM Zip starts you off with all of the frame. Remember, frame is up here. Frame has a bunch of templates that allow you to start with different types of scaling. So we've put all those templates into a zip file along with a README that talks about how to use them, etc. And so I think that's easier than sometimes grabbing the source of the template pages. So there's a new ZIM zip to get, and there's also a CDN link, which allows you to copy the CDN if you so desire, just want to kind of go solo, as we say there. Remember, ZIM's on GitHub too, so have a peek there. Here's a features, applications, and example area. So there's the various ZIM features. Here's the applications, which ZIM can be used for, and a set of examples of things that have been made in ZIM. ZIM dedicated to simplicity and consistency. An intro, this will link to this specific capture number 11. The news is our blog, and there will be, that's where we're now keeping all of the updates going in there, as well as updates whenever there's new ZIM bits. Support is the Facebook group. You're welcome to contact us there anyway, and Learn and Wonder are as before. So the old sites are archived here. There's Try, there's Duo, there's the original. Here's ZIM Sockets, which slightly different, but there's socket sites. And as mentioned, the new site features the bits right out here as things that you can do. So there's the bits on the new ZIM fourth method. Press there. And we can animate and drag and drop this thing and animate and there's the new ZIM fourth icon here. So that's ZIM bits. It's not quite all of the bits, but it's most of them. Maybe we'll put in all of the bits, but it's most of them anyway. Probably enough to get you going. You can always, once you're in ZIM bits, look around. Here are the sultans of ZIM, the people working on ZIM. Aurelia with communications. Rex makes games and has for years and writes books on making games in JavaScript. He uses Pixies, uses ZIM sometimes. He's on to new ones, Elm and stuff like that. So he's kind of right into coding. Daniel's working on projects, and there's me, Dan Zen, on the creation of ZIM. Here are various friends of ZIM. We love them. Thank you very much. And to Create.js, again, all of this certainly couldn't be done without Create.js, so have a look there. A listing of the various countries that have visited the ZIM site, and then ZIM proudly made in Hamilton. So that is very exciting to be able to launch ZIM forth. So woohoo, let's go forth. I'm inventor Dan Zen. Have a look at upcoming captures and of course enjoy using ZIM. Ciao.